Hey everyone, RogueGold here. One thing I want to just lay out very clearly before I get into this is that this video is not made for the purposes of further polarizing people's grievances between the Division 2 and the Division Resurgence. I know there's been a lot of that going around lately. That is not the point of this video. The reason why I wanted to make this is because we are seeing another example of something within the Division Resurgence that I think has been a long requested and would be a super popular feature within the Division 2. And so, for the devs, for whoever might end up watching this video, I just want to point out and highlight the fact that I think this would be a very worthy investment for us to get eventually in the Division 2 down the road once we get to that stage. So that's the whole purpose here. Just wanted to lay that out. All right, so today we are going to be live watching and reacting to another really awesome part about the Division Resurgence that I think a lot of people are going to want to see eventually in the Division 2. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of talk about it and go over it. And that is going to be clans. So I have to say a big shout out to Grumpy for letting me use his footage not only in this video, but some of the videos that I did last week about Resurgence. So again, big thank you. And let's now talk about clans. So he just set up his clan. It takes a little bit of currency to do so. You can see right here, you get team bonuses in-game when you party up with members from your own clan, different bonuses to firearms, toughness, electronics, whatever they're going to call it in this game. And then, of course, you have as well the clan vendor that we're going to see once he goes to the clan base. That's the big thing here, is that it's not just a room within the base of operations. You get an entirely separate base off-site that you can travel to that's very vast, and it has upgrades and different things that you can do to it, which is just super awesome. I don't know the limit. Oh, it says right there, you can get 30 clan members in this place. Can you imagine if all 30 people are just running around in this whole compound? It would be super awesome. And again, we're going to go through this and kind of see the different things that are available here. This is the map that he's looking at. I don't know if you can get that total amount of area, all those buildings, but can you imagine if you could upgrade all of those different sites? Maybe you unlock a shooting range, a spot to PvP or 1v1. Like, there's so many different opportunities when you have this much more space for this kind of player housing type deal than what we have in the Division 2. So he's talking to the construction manager who says that that's kind of the deal there. Look at that. You can have these different upgrades to different areas. I don't entirely know what these all do. You can see there's the central power junction, which takes a certain amount of, I think that's kilowatts per day to power. So you can donate. Obviously, all the different clan members can donate different things to get that going. I don't know if it says in here what the benefit of that is, like what you get for donating to that and keeping it running. But just the amount of intricacy and depth here is really cool to see. And again, I think it's something that would be really cool for us to see in the Division 2 one day too, to further deepen what clans offer in that game. So now he's talking to the manager. There's different dialogue options you can press there to get different information. So let's see, he talks about clan and clan facilities. It's the most important resource in Central Park. Is this in Central Park? I didn't even realize that. Holy shit. See, stuff with Resurgence is just so crazy. And again, we already knew that, but let's see what all this is about. So upgrading is the same as it unlocks additional facilities, but it doesn't say what the actual benefit for getting those different wings and different things are. So I will be very interested to figure that out. So by different activities can unlock that stuff. You can spend clan credits to get some of that leveled up. There's just so much depth here that's really cool. Can be invested in various buildings. Has their special use and be upgraded by bigger benefits. So again, it doesn't say specifically what you get for unlocking those different wings and powering those different parts of this base. But I will sure be keen to find out. And so you can see he's walking around the interior here. And there's a whole outside part that we'll get to shortly. But this is just so cool. And here's the vendor. This is where it gets kind of crazy because look, you can get exotics at your clan vendor. So there's some materials there at the top, tech scrap. You can get different amounts of Phoenix credits, which I think is kind of the premium credit in this game, kind of like it was in Division 1, not the premium credit, but the, I don't know, the prestige credit, the high-end credit, right? That's how you buy a lot of stuff. So it looks like you can get some of that from doing clan stuff, and the Lady Death is in stock at this vendor. How cool is that? It has all the same stuff from, the Division 2. You got the different talents, you got your description, you got all the different stats. And I think he goes over some of the talents here shortly that we'll get to kind of read and look at. But yeah, the fact that not only clan vendors are still going to be in Resurgence, but that it sells sometimes even more valuable stuff than we see in Div 2 right now, I just think it begs the question of if we could see an increased amount of depth in clans in the Division 2. So you can see right here he's looking at a talent, stand your ground. Headshots grant extra health based on your HP. Reloading from empty grants toughness for 8 seconds, can be stacked up to 3 times. We're getting new talents in Resurgence. We're getting everything. everything. It's just crazy to me, and I'm really excited for it. So obviously the exotic talent on the Lady Death is the same as in the Division 2, Breathe Free. But then there's also 2 additional talents, which is kind of like how they did it back in Division 1, how you had the main one and then 2 random ones. Hitting an enemy gets multi-skill shot, reloading from empty, grants engineering for 8 seconds. Fully charged and multi-pronged attack are the 2 new talents there. Of course, he's also selling specialized and high-end gear there as well, such as one of the people you can talk to there. And looking through more of the clan base here, you can see there's gear crafting, weapon crafting. You have to level up your clan base to unlock those features. And again, I can imagine once you get this fully leveled up and you have 30 people in here, how cool that would be to see. And look at, there's this whole outdoor space. And if this is in Central Park like that NPC was just saying, I wasn't aware of that. That's so cool. That's so cool. And there's just, yeah, this whole outdoor space. I can only imagine what types of stuff they could add here to make it even cooler. Have a firing range, have areas where you guys could PvP, just hang out, have a chat, have all this different stuff. Obviously, you can travel back to New York there. It looks like it could be in Central Park. I see a lake there. So that's about all of the clan base walkthrough. Again, from Grumpy, thank you very much for giving me that footage to be able to talk about this, because this is a super cool part of the game that I absolutely wanted to dive into. So there you have it, y'all. That is your walkthrough and breakdown of clans and clan bases in the Division Resurgence, and why I think that just exemplifies why I think it would be really cool to one day see clans expanded on in the Division 2 to perhaps even match or exceed what we're seeing now in this mobile title. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know all of your thoughts surrounding this topic. Do you like what you're seeing with clans in the Division Resurgence? Do you think that a similar model could be cool to see in the Division 2? Is there anything you don't like about it? Anything you would want to see changed if it were to get ported over to the mainline series? Whatever you're thinking about those questions or anything else we talked about, I would, as always, be super curious to hear your thoughts about it down below. That is going to do it for me today, though. Everybody, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold out.